It was a big win for Kolkata Knight Riders against RCB in M. Chinnaswamy Stadium for sure. Because this is something which was RCB definitely looking forward to, but KKR had it today, and definitely the way they have done it, it is something which is for sure like RCB fans बिल्कुल खुश नहीं होंगे इस बात से. एक तो एम चिन्ना स्वामी में आकर के आपने खेला ये मुकाबला, और फिर केकेआर से जो उनकी राइवलरी है कुछ खट्टी कुछ मीठी, और उसका आज मुजाहरा भी देखने को मिला. But I'm damn sure, Pratik, like from your end, if I want to ask you this, like this match against KKR, सभी आरसीबी फैंस मानकर चल रहे थे कि ये मैच तो वो जीत लेंगे, but then somehow we know आज क्या हुआ and they couldn't win it.
Well, I'm absolutely shocked that a team that is so low, as low in confidence as KKR are, achieved a double against RCB. They won home and away. Even when they won their first match of the season, I believe, which was against RCB, there
Mm-hmm.
was so much talk after their first loss that KKR. It's very likely that they're going to be at the bottom of the table because they are without their regular captain, and it's a very inexperienced captain at the helm right now. But bam, they win against RCB quite comprehensively in Kolkata. And after a few losses on trot, they have beaten an RCB that has been winning a few matches and climbing up the ladder again. And I'm absolutely shocked. I'm just lost for words.
Right, definitely. It is difficult though to tell people like how this has really happened, but we have got match summary to tell you like what are the numbers and what are the consequences of the match for sure. Because जिस तरीके से ये मैच हुआ, कोलकाता स्टार्टिंग से इस मैच को लूज आउट करने के पक्ष में नहीं थी, और जिस तरीके से उन्होंने इस मुकाबले को खेला आप सभी के सामने नंबर्स हैं. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल कोलकाता नाइट राइडर्स पहले तो टॉस हारे, लेकिन उनको जब बल्लेबाजी के लिए बुलाया गया तो उन्होंने 200 रन्स का स्कोर खड़ा किया चेन्नई में, जो डेफिनेटली एक्सपेक्टेड होता है बिकॉज यू आर प्लेइंग एट द ग्राउंड जहां पर सिक्सेस और फोर्स बहुत लगते हैं, और इस ग्राउंड पर उन्होंने करके दिखाया. जेसन रॉय उतरे थे आज ओपनिंग करते हुए, जेसन और जगदीशन इन दो की जोड़ी उतरी थी कोलकाता के एंड से, जो अभी तक उनके लिए फिगर आउट कर पाना काफी मुश्किल था, बट इस मैच में समहाउ इन फ्रंट ऑफ आरसीबी दे हैव डन इट. 56 रन्स उन्होंने स्कोर किए जेसन रॉय ने, वहीं नीतीश राणा ने 48 रन्स ऐड किए. वरेंदु हसरंगा ने जहां 2 विकेट लिए और वहीं विजय विश्यक ने 2 विकेट लिए. ही इज क्वाइट अ फाइंड फॉर आरसीबी, इससे ज्यादा मैं और क्या कहूं. बट रॉयल चैलेंजर्स बैंगलोर देन दे केम टू चेस 179 रन्स पर 8 विकेट, और उनका इनिंग्स कुछ ऐसी खत्म हुई कि विराट कोहली ने 54 रन्स ऐड किए, व्हिच इज अ गुड थिंग, पॉजिटिव थिंग फॉर आरसीबी. महिपाल लॉमरो ने 34 रन्स ऐड किए, लेकिन वरुण चक्रवर्ती ने 3 विकेट लिए और आंद्रे रसल ने 2 विकेट लिए, जिससे कोलकाता नाइट राइडर्स ये मुकाबला 21 रन से जीत गई. ऑल इन ऑल प्रतीक, अगर हम बात करें, विजय विश्यक इज सच अ फाइंड फॉर यू गाइज इन फॉर दिस सीजन पर्टिकुलरली. जिस तरीके से वो पहले इम्पैक्ट प्लेयर के थ्रू आए और उसके बाद में जब उन्होंने डेब्यू किया, इट इज रियली एक्साइटिंग टू सी सच अ यंग टैलेंट टू प्लेइंग फॉर आरसीबी, वो भी एक ऐसे एनवायरनमेंट में विच इज डेफिनेटली वेरी वेरी हाई प्रेशर. और जिस तरीके से चिन्नास्वामी में लोग बिहेव करते हैं, लाइक दे लव देयर टीम, दे कैन डू एनीथिंग फॉर देयर टीम, और उस प्रेशर में अगर कोई यंगस्टर आकर के अपना पहला सीजन खेल रहा है और ऐसी परफॉर्मेंस दे रहा है फॉर द टीम, इट इज समथिंग विच इज वेरी स्पेशल टू आरसीबी फैंस.
Yeah, definitely. Undoubtedly, that is special because he's, if I'm not wrong, the only local player in the playing 11 right now, or in the playing 12 rather. He has played a lot of cricket in Bangalore and Chinnaswamy, around Bangalore. Um, it might mean a hell lot for him to represent this team, this IPL team. Of course, to play in this kind of an occasion, it would mean a hell lot as well. He started the campaign. He started the IPL, his IPL career with a bang, picking 3 wickets. Yes, he has had issues with the economy rate, but given that it is his first season, and also the fact that he is playing in this sort of a crowd for the first time, such a vocal crowd against some of the international players as well, and having to share dressing room with some of the best players in the world. There's always going to be pressure, but I'm very impressed with how he has been handling it. Body language, very impressive. He's definitely learning a lot from Siraj, his pace spearhead. Very competitive, very fierce with his game. Has got very good pace. But I tell you what, I have watched him in Ranji, and he doesn't bowl this quickly. He just focuses mainly on swing. He balls at 120 kilometers per hour or thereabouts. So he has definitely upped his pace for the shorter formats. He's doing great, and I think he wouldn't be entirely happy with the amount of runs that he has been conceding this season. But then again, it is bound to happen when you play in Chinnaswamy week in, week out. But
Hmm.
yeah, I would say he has fared pretty well this season.
राइट लेट्स डिस्कस अबाउट कोलकाता नाइट राइडर्स एज वेल 4 मैच की लूजिंग स्ट्रीक अपनी तोड़ी है कोलकाता नाइट राइडर्स ने इस मुकाबले के साथ और आरसीबी स्टार्टिंग में बहुत ही ब्यूटीफुल दिखाई पड़ रही थी लग रहा था कि ये आपने 200 बनाया है बट इट इज नॉट मच जो कि आरसीबी के हाथों से निकल जाए इवन अपने फर्स्ट ओवर्स में ही जिस तरह के इनिशियल ओवर्स थे पावर प्ले ओवर्स थे वहां पर भी काफी रन बनाने की कोशिश की बट समहाउ दे कुडंट डू इट बट जस्ट वांट टू नो लाइक व्हाट रियली went bad for RCB in this match कि एक 200 का target which was again not that big in at M Chinnaswamy to chase off but still they couldn't do it despite having such a good batting order so what actually went wrong for them today.
I think RCB is a great batting side. They are a great batting side, undoubtedly. But whenever they have batted really well, the majority of runs have come from their three-star batters, Faf du
Mhm.
Plessis, Virat Kohli, and Glenn Maxwell. And today was one of those days when uh, none of the three could really take the team to a respectable total. They all got out way too quickly for the chase to be completed at all. And
Hmm.
I think it has been in the fabric of the team ever since inception to just rely too much on two or three batters and not really bat deep after that. And I think they were exposed quite badly today. Virat Kohli did get a half century, no doubt, but he got out, I think, with still over 6 overs to play, with over 7 overs to play. So when you chase a target like 200, you need more than one player to chip in, and a half century would definitely not do. You want your 50s to go the distance, probably to the 80s,
Hmm.
and some other batter to also chip in with a 40 or 50 handy runs. That did not
Hmm.
quite happen today. Like I mentioned earlier, probably they, the very issue that they need to bat deep, lack of depth in the batting lineup definitely got exposed today. Another factor, another facet in today's loss, RCB's loss, something they would emphasize a lot on is that uh, they have their issues against spin. These three star batters, even in their reverse fixture against KKR in Kolkata, they really surrendered to some quality spin, to the spin trio of Chakravarti, Narayan, and Suyash. And
Hmm.
today, once again, they negotiated a lot against spin, and eventually there was a lot of pressure built up, and eventually they just succumbed to it. And
Right.
I think it was just a matter of not enough batters chipping in and over reliance on this top three. And I think 200 is definitely a gettable target on Chinnaswamy.
Right, and even not just these three, but all the batters of RCB have fell into the trap of these three because only these three bowlers have got the wicket. That is Suyash Sharma, 2 wickets, Varun Chakravarti, 3 wickets, and Andre Russell, 2 wickets. Rest like no other bowler from Kolkata Knight Riders end. But this is definitely they should like they are exposed in front of spin और पूरी batting lineup को हमने जाते हुए देखा है. But this is certainly a good point for KKR. Like they have such a bowling lineup with them and such spinners who can really give them wickets because usually हमने देखा है कई spinners come into the role वो runs तो लीक कर देते हैं which is like given because you're a spinner you are supposed to be like आपको लोग hit करने के पीछे जाएंगे but then runs leak कर देते हैं but wicket ला कर नहीं दे पाते but Kolkata के पास itself wicket taking spinners हैं जो उनको हर हर मौके पर हर जगह जब जरूरत पड़ती है तब उन्हें विकेट्स ला करके देते हैं which is a really positive sign for them which makes them I think the best spin bowling lineup in this IPL or maybe some other team you would rate them better than KKR.
I'm not too sure about that because I'm sure there are other teams with some quality spinners as well. Because when you talk about the best spinners in the league, the names that come to my mind are probably names like Yuzvendra Chahal, Rashid
Hmm.
Khan. Um, these don't play for this team, but then again, oh yeah, I mean. Gujarat Titans, they have a very good find in Noor Ahmed as well, left
Noor
arm
Ahmed,
left
yeah.
left arm spinner who bowls alongside his compatriot Rashid Khan, and they did wonders in their previous game as well. Definitely, KKR have one of the best spin combinations, no doubt about that. And for this spin trio to break through great batting lineup, a star-studded batting lineup like
Hmm.
RCB, not once but twice in a
Hmm.
season, and on a surface like Chinnaswamy, hats off to them. No doubt, they are very threatening on their day. But main concern for them has been that uh, the bowlers haven't been consistent in this tournament. That is one of the biggest reasons for their losses. So I'm not quite sure what the numbers would show for these
Hmm.
spinners. But definitely, the two times they've faced RCB, they played like they are the best spinners in the world, if not in the league. Yeah.
राइट लास्ट मैच में सुनील नारायण को देखा था अगेंस्ट आरसीबी विद वरुण चक्रवर्ती एंड इस मैच में सुनील को तो हालांकि कोई भी विकेट्स नहीं मिले बट सुयश शर्मा वाज देयर आंद्रे रसल वाज देयर विद वरुण चक्रवर्ती टू डू द मास डिस्ट्रक्शन दे कुड डू बट इस मुकाबले के फिलहाल फर्स्ट इनिंग्स से सेकंड इनिंग्स के टॉप परफॉर्मेंस देख लेते हैं बिकॉज ऐसे कई खिलाड़ी हैं जिन्होंने इस मुकाबले को बनाने की कोशिश की लेकिन आज के इस मैच में अगर फर्स्ट इनिंग की बात करें तो जेसन रॉय ने सबसे पहले आकर कोलकाता के एंड से ओपन करते हुए 56 रन ऐड किए हैं और वहीं वनिंदु हसरंगा इन्होंने 2 विकेट्स लिए हैं आरसीबी के एंड से अब वहीं अगर सेकंड इनिंग्स की बात करेंगे तो सेकंड इनिंग्स में भी कुछ ऐसे ही परफॉर्मेंसेस देखने को मिली है आइए एक बार देखते हैं कि सेकंड इनिंग्स में कौन है सेकेंड इनिंग्स में जहां तक हम लोग बात करेंगे परफॉर्मेंस की सो विराट कोहली हैं और इसके अलावा उनके उन्होंने 54 रन्स बनाए हैं वहीं वरुण चक्रवर्ती हैं जिन्होंने 3 विकेट लिए हैं और वो डेफिनेटली ये दोनों ही खिलाड़ी जिस तरीके से इन्होंने अपनी अपनी जिम्मेदारी ली है वो देख के लगता है कि मैच बिल्कुल कोलकाता के हाथ में क्यों गया बट आई वुड लाइक टू रीड आउट विराट कोहली स्टेटमेंट फॉर श्योर बिकॉज ही वॉज वेरी डिसअपॉइंटेड आफ्टर द मैच ही सेड टू बी ऑनेस्ट वी हैंडेड देम द गेम we did deserve to lose. We handed them a victory. We were certainly not up to the standard. If you look at the game, we didn't capitalize our chances. We dropped a few chances which could have set up ourselves really well. We ended up hitting the fielders to bowls, which were not wicket taking. It is what's on the scoreboard and how to get them even while chasing. Despite losing wickets, we were one partnership away from being in the game. So this is like something जो आपने पूरी तरीके से अपने हाथ से गवाया नहीं था आप जीत गए विराट कोहली ने जैसे समराइज किया है ये एक्चुअली ये चीजें ना बहुत डिसअपॉइंटिंग होती है जैसे आई एम नॉट सेइंग कि जो लोग पूरा पूरा मैच डोमिनेट हो जाते हैं उनको इतना बुरा नहीं लगता होगा बट जो लोग ऐसे निक से रह जाते हैं ना एज से रह जाते हैं कि यार ये जीत सकते थे वो बहुत खलता है और ये उनमें से एक मुकाबला है जो कि आरसीबी को शायद खल सकता है बट गुड थिंग फॉर केकेआर अगेन बिकॉज उनके लिए बहुत जरूरी थी ये विक्ट्री लगातार हारते हुए आ रहे थे और इस मुकाबले में जिस तरीके से उनको जीत मिली डेफिनेटली एक पॉजिटिव वाइब टीम में जानी जानी बहुत जरूरी जरूरी होती है कि किस तरीके से आप ये मुकाबला जीते और खेले लेकिन एक बार नजर डालते हैं कि पॉइंट्स टेबल पर किस तरीके से असर पड़ा इस मुकाबले का बिकॉज वो भी काफी इंटरेस्टिंग हो गई होगी एज केकेआर ने अपना ये मुकाबला जीता है सो दैट इज फॉर श्योर सीएसके टॉप पर है विद 10 पॉइंट्स देन गुजरात टाइटंस इज ऑन सेकंड आफ्टरवर्ड्स राजस्थान रॉयल्स लखनऊ सुपर जायंट्स Royal Challengers Bangalore, Punjab Kings, Kolkata Knight Riders, Mumbai Indians, SRH and DC. Well, Pratik, I think जिस तरीके से जो डाउन दी ऑर्डर टीम्स अभी खेल रही हैं राइट नाउ अभी हमने रिसेंटली देखा दिल्ली की टीम भी मुकाबले जीती है अपने दो और वहीं सनराइजर्स हैदराबाद भी कुछ कुछ मैचेस जीत रही है मुंबई इंडियंस भी अपनी पूरी कोशिश लगा रही है और कोलकाता भी आज का मुकाबला जीत गई तो जो लोअर डाउन दी ऑर्डर 4 टीम्स है भी उनके एफर्ट्स दिखने लग गए हैं और लगता है कि शायद ये और भी ज्यादा कॉम्पिटेटिव होती जा रही है बिकॉज यूजुअली अगर हम वर्ल्ड लीग्स की बात करें फ्रेंचाइज लीग्स की बात करें यूजुअली लाइक हिस्ट्री कहती है कि उनके टॉप 4 या 5 टीम्स होती हैं उनके बीच में कंपटीशन होता है और बाकी टीम से उनका कोई राइवलरी नहीं होती कोई कंपटीशन नहीं होता बट इन दिस आईपीएल वी कैन डेफिनेटली से यहाँ पर कोई भी टीम ऐसी नहीं जो लूज आउट करना चाहती है या जो अपने एफर्ट्स नहीं मार रही अभी तक डीसी की टीम हालांकि नहीं दिख पा रहे थे बट फॉर श्योर वो भी अब कोशिश कर रहे हैं और वापस आ रहे हैं कॉम्पिटिशन दिस मेक्स इट द मोस्ट कॉम्पिटेटिव लीग इन क्रिकेट आई गेस
Absolutely. In 2014, we saw one of the most miraculous comebacks by Mumbai Indians, if you remember. They had lost first 6 matches in a row, but then they had an unbelievable comeback, winning matches after matches, and in the end, they were in the top four, and they made it to the playoffs. And we have seen such cases in 2009 as well, when RCB had to win 4 matches in a row to get to the playoffs, and they did win 4 matches in a row. I mean, IPL, in my opinion, without doubt, is the most competitive league in the world with 10 teams. Usually in cricket leagues, franchise crickets, you don't see 10 teams, but IPL
Hmm.
does have 10 teams, which means it is that much more competitive, and there are so many more people competing, so many top class players competing as well. And every team going into every game, they will feel like they have 50% chance to win, just like how the other team would feel like they have just as much chance to win the game.
Hmm.
And um, mathematically, every team has a chance to qualify to the playoff. And from this kind of situation, like I've cited a few examples from the past, they have qualified from this very situation. We are still in the halfway mark, and it means absolutely nothing right now for a team to be in the bottom half if they start winning matches after matches from this point. But I have to say, for SRH and Delhi Capitals, it's a very tall order for them to qualify
Hmm.
for playoffs from this position. It is not impossible at all. We have seen teams pull off miracles in the past, but I
Yeah.
must say it is very, very improbable. But then again, like how Pratyay has said,
Hmm.
it is for capitals to just spoil a few parties, just have fun, just test strength, try to win games, take one match at a time, just try to have fun in each games. And in the end, you never know. You might win matches. You might be in a position where you did not expect yourself to be in a positive way, and you might feel like, oh yeah, we actually have a chance. Um, but then again, I would say uh, teams at the bottom must not on wanting to qualify to the top four. They must just try to focus on winning their next game and the next game after the next game. It's just that simple. I'm sure that will be the talk in the dressing rooms as well, and that should be the
Hmm.
talk in RCB dressing camp right now, because after this kind of a loss, Virat Kohli rightly said they handed them the match. The way Virat
Hmm.
Kohli got out, he was in a very defensive mindset against the spinners. He was just trying to rotate the strike when Mahipal Lomror was striking from the other end. And as soon as
Hmm.
pace was introduced again, which was Andy Russell, the very first ball,
Hmm.
the intent was very clear for him to go just bang bang. So he tried to carve one in the cow corner region, but he ended up finding the fielder, and it was an unbelievable catch. On another day, that would have
That.
been good, but Venkatesh Iyer, oh, that's definitely up there as one of the catches of the tournament, especially given that it is Virat Kohli's catch. Had he not caught that, if it
Tournament.
had gone for four, you never know what the match could have been. This guy is a freak, Virat Kohli. He can win matches on his own, and that catch was definitely important. And as the cliche
Right.
goes, catches win matches, and that was definitely the case. Also, because Harshal Patel dropped a very crucial catch as well. Combination
Yeah.
of these two in the innings have put RCB on the back foot.
Right. Even, as we were talking about this competitiveness in this league, IPL, I just somehow got this memory of there was a league, this was happening like cross franchise league it was. So I guess it's Champions League, so certain that was kind of a name, Champions Trophy or something
Yeah, yeah.
like that.
Champions
Champions
League,
League.
that's right. Yeah,
Champions League. Okay. Champions League T20. I think that was the name. So they used to play in cross franchise, and I really hope like it got ended in 2013 though. उसके बाद से उसके ज़्यादा matches खेले नहीं गए, बंद कर दिया गया उस लीग को. But I really hope कि अगर वो होती अब की बार तो मतलब अगर एवरी सीजन खेली जा रही होती तो ये इसको और भी इंटरेस्टिंग बनाता बिकॉज जिस तरीके के टैलेंट्स एक्सचेंज करते हैं ये फ्रेंचाइजेस वो उस चीज को और भी एक्साइटिंग बनाता सोचो अगर जैसे लास्ट हमने देखा भी है 2013 2010 के सीजन में जब ये टीम्स क्रॉस होकर खेलती थी लाइक पीएसएल से मैच हो रहा है बीपीएल से हो रहा है बीबीएल की टीम्स हैं एंड देन अभी तो राइट नाउ बहुत सारी फ्रेंचाइजी लीग्स खेली जाती हैं इट इज डेफिनेटली गोइंग टू बी इंटरेस्टिंग टू सी बिकॉज अब इस सिनेरियो में अगर इस तरह से क्रॉस फ्रेंचाइजी लीग्स होती तो वो क्रिकेट फैंस को काफी एंटरटेनिंग लगती बट खैर लॉन्ग गॉन थॉट फिलहाल उसका कोई ऐसा कोई रिजल्ट है नहीं बट डेफिनेटली अगर होगा दैट वुड बी इंटरेस्टिंग फॉर अस लेट्स टेक अ लुक एट सोशल ट्रैकर बिकॉज इस मैच के बारे में जैसे हम बात कर रहे हैं वैसे सोशल मीडिया पर बहुत सारे लोग इंटरेस्टिंगली बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग ट्वीट्स डाल रहे हैं तो एक बार देखते हैं यहाँ क्या कहना है विराट कोहली ट्रेंड्स विराट कोहली completes 3000 cricket. Virat Kohli completes 3000 runs in cricket. Virat Kohli is the only batsman to score 3000 runs at a single venue. GOAT for a reason. So at Chinnaswamy ही हैज स्कोर्ड 3000 रन एंड आज के दिन इन्होंने ये अपनी इनिंग्स खेलते हुए ये माइलस्टोन अचीव किया है. अनबिलीवेबल थिंग्स हैपन ओनली व्हेन विराट कोहली इज बैटिंग. व्हाट अ कैच बाय अय्यर. सो डेफिनेटली लाइक हमने कई बार देखा है विराट कोहली जब आउट होते हैं या जब वो पिच पर होते हैं तो बहुत सारी अनबिलीवेबल चीजें होती हैं. बहुत सारे ऐसे आउट्स होते हैं जिनको वो खुद भी बिलीव नहीं कर पाते और आज भी उनमें से एक ऐसा कैच हमें देखने को मिला जो कि काफी काफी इंस्पायरिंग था और काफी एंटरटेनिंग था फॉर मेनी. Now let's take a look at another tweet. Top three giving 200%, then there is lower order batting. So we can see top three most runs जुटाते हैं आरसीबी के लिए. उन्होंने इस सीजन अभी तक 937 रन्स ऐड किए हैं. तो वहीं अदर बैटर्स अदर देन टॉप थ्री फॉर आरसीबी इज 255. प्रतीक, आई थिंक ये सिर्फ इस सीजन की स्टोरी नहीं है. दिस इज लाइक मोस्टली एवरी सीजन स्टोरी ऑफ आरसीबी, बिकॉज बैटर्स जो आरसीबी के होते टॉप थ्री पहले एबीडी थे और वो भी रन्स बनाते थे बट बाकी की टीम इतना एड अप नहीं कर पाती थी. क्या यही रीजन बनता है हर बार आरसीबी के लिए दैट दे कुडंट विन द ट्रॉफी और दे कुडंट गो टू द हायर लेवल ऑफ द गेम, लाइक फाइनल से बाहर आ जाते हैं, प्लेऑफ्स में जाकर बाहर आ जाते हैं, कभी कभी प्लेऑफ भी नहीं जा पाते. इज दिस द रीजन यू सी?
You said it. Yeah, absolutely right. In 2009, when RCB lost to Deccan Chargers in the finals, that is one team where you could say they were very fairly balanced. They had a great bowling lineup. They had a very balanced batting lineup as well. But the reason why they have come close, they have qualified to the playoffs, they have come to the finals, they have lost two more times after that. Ever since 2011, I think it is because of the lack of depth in the batting lineup and because the bowlers they have been very inconsistent as well. They leak runs at the back end as well. In 2011 to 2016, 17 or so, you could say that the reliance was heavily on Chris Gale, Virat Kohli, and AB de Villiers. Ever since in the last two seasons, I think it was a lot more on AB de Villiers, Virat Kohli, and Glenn Maxwell. And now we are seeing another um, top three combination of started trio of Faf du Plessis, Glenn Maxwell, and Virat Kohli, who are being very heavily relied upon. And it's not great showing for RCB because a great team like RCB historically, they definitely deserve a trophy. Given the fan base, given the kind of players who have played for RCB, agonizingly, they have come close, but very tantalizingly, they have let matches slip in the finals or in the playoffs when it really mattered. I think all in all, you one positive, one silver lining you can take out of this as an RCB fan is that someone out of top three, for example, today it was Mahipal Lomror, who showed shades of what he is capable of. Because when Virat Kohli was just trying to rotate the strike, when spinners were in the attack, it was Mahipal Lomror who actually took it to them and hit some exquisite shots. He got a few boundaries and released some pressure of Virat Kohli. I think that is something that they would take a lot of positive out of because it was not entirely top three today. There was some contribution from Dinesh Karthik, some contribution from Mahipal Lomror. Like you said, there is over reliance on top three. But one thing that is missing in RC with this season that was there in the last season is that the best finisher of last season, the batter with highest strike rate from last season, DK Dinesh Karthik, he has not quite firing quite firing on all cylinders like he was in the last season. That is a big concern. But today he did play a few shots, did hit some sixes that we saw from old Dinesh Karthik. That's good to see as well. But yeah, his contribution is definitely missing at the back end. So yeah, over reliance and on top three for sure. But I think middle order batters, it is high time they pull up their socks and show what they are capable of as well.
राइट. एंड टॉप थ्री जिन पर आप रिलाई कर रही है आरसीबी, वो अपने अपने गेम से आपको गेम ऑफ एवरेजेस जिता सकते हैं, विच इज द ग्रुप स्टेज. बट व्हेन इट कम्स टू नॉकआउट, वहां पर पूरी टीम को रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी लेनी होगी, वरना इन टॉप थ्री के चलने से सिर्फ काम नहीं चलेगा. वहां पे पूरी टीम को शो अप करना पड़ेगा दैट यू आर देयर टू विन द ट्रॉफी एंड यू विल डू एनीथिंग टू जस्ट सिंपली विन इट. और इसके लिए बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है कि बाकी के टीम मेंबर्स अपनी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी समझे एज अ बैटर, बिकॉज बॉलिंग में एज सच तो इश्यूज नहीं है, लेकिन हाँ जो बैटिंग में दिखाई पड़ रहे हैं विच इज द स्कोरिंग पार्ट, वहां पर जरूर जरूरत है टीम को काम करने की. बट लेट्स टेक अ लुक एट अनदर ट्वीट व्हाट पीपल आर मोर डिस्कसिंग अबाउट द सेम of RCB and KKR. This match particularly has a lot of interesting tweets and lot of interesting conversations going around. But देखते हैं कि और लोग इस मुकाबले के बारे में क्या बात कर रहे हैं. So Renuka and Pooja watching RCB versus KKR match, and it's really good to see जब WPL हो रहा था उस टाइम पर men cricketers वहां पर मौजूद थे to see the match, and right now जब RCB का मैच है तो ये दोनों महिला खिलाड़ी यहाँ पर इस मुकाबले को देखने के लिए आई हैं. ये जो exchange of experience है, जो exchange of game है, वो definitely it is going to do better for women team for sure. Let's take a look at another tweet. Will not join school until RCB wins IPL. Oh, Baba. This is going to be difficult. I don't know
That
what
is
to tell
brilliant.
girl. Is it a good thing that she should be waiting or Pratik, or she should not be waiting? I don't know. This is something which is very diplomatic to answer upon.
If I had said something similar, probably I wouldn't be having the job that I'm having right now because, yeah, if I had said something similar, I wouldn't have had my degree. I mean, I think I was a little smarter than that kid or the parents, I believe. But yeah, that is very cute to see.
Right, that is though very cute to see. Only 15% of people believe that KKR can still make it to the playoffs. Can they turn around this poll result? और आज के मुकाबले के बाद जरूर ये परसेंटेज थोड़ा बेटर हुआ होगा बिकॉज जब मैच चल रहा था उस टाइम पे लोगों ने ये परसेंटेज शो अप किया होगा. बट आज के इस मैच को जीतने के बाद जरूर देखे ये नंबर्स कुछ तो बदले होंगे for sure. 550s for Fab Plessis, 550s for Virat Kohli, 350s for Glenn Maxwell. Most 50s by a team in IPL, 13 by RCB. All 13 came by KGF. So definitely हमें पता है कि इनका top 3 कैसे play कर रहा है, and we all are really happy to see them whenever they come and whenever they play. My favorite is Fab Plessis, and I really look forward to whenever he scores runs, and it really keeps me interested in the match throughout whenever he's on crease. But definitely, Prateek, I would like to ask you, like, if you get to pick one from the top three, I don't know कि तुम्हारा आंसर क्या होगा, but still, whom will you pick? Like, whom you like to watch the most when they are playing for RCB from the top three?
Do I
Who
even need to answer that? If there
because
is, if there is, if I were to answer, given an unexpected answer, probably it would be Faf du Plessis,
uh-huh.
uh, because he has been our top run scorer this season, and he's our
Mm-hmm.
captain as well. But
Mm-hmm.
no, I mean, jokes aside, there is nobody in world cricket right now I would pick over Virat Kohli. He's my favorite cricketer. He's a favorite cricketer to a billion people across the world and across the country as well, no doubt. So yeah, it has to be Virat Kohli.
Right, and I really love watching Virat Kohli whenever he plays. But for RCB this season, I don't know for I don't know for what reason, but I really go for and I really get excited when Fab du Plessis is on the crease or Glenn Maxwell because I really like the unorthodox shots he plays. And जो हम लोग AB डिविलियर्स को मिस करते हैं, जो हम अभी भी मिस करते हैं, बट ग्लेन मैक्सवेल थोड़ी सी वो कमी पूरी करते हैं तो बड़ा अच्छा लगता है बिकॉज आरसीबी के एंड से अगर अनऑर्थोडॉक्स शॉट्स नहीं पड़े तो उन्होंने फिर क्या क्रिकेट खेला फॉर अस. But let's take a look at player of the match award for sure because इस मुकाबले के जिन्होंने इस मुकाबले को अपने अराउंड टर्न किया वर्दी, उन्होंने 3 विकेट्स लिए, 27 रन्स दिए, 4 ओवर में उनका एक धमाकेदार परफॉर्मेंस. वरुण चक्रवर्ती मुझे लगता है प्रतीक फॉर सम रीजन इन दिस सीजन पर्टिकुलरली काफी ज्यादा शाइन होकर के आए हैं, काफी ज्यादा चमक करके आए हैं अपनी टीम के लिए बिकॉज इसके पहले इतने विकेट्स नहीं लेते थे जितने वो अब लेने लग गए. इज इट राइट या फिर डोमेस्टिक सीजन ने कुछ कमाल करके दिखाया वरुण चक्रवर्ती के ऊपर?
No, Chakravarti has had good seasons before, which is why he was in the 2021 T20 World Cup team as well, replacing some of the best spinners India has ever had in white ball format, like Yuzvendra Chahal. But I'm really impressed with how he's going about things this season. Of course, KKR's consistency among players is missing, which is why they have only won 3 matches so far. Uh,
Hmm.
but I think Varun Chakravarti, he's definitely. It was about time he came back to his best because um, I think uh, After that 2021 World Cup, when he got selected to the Indian side, he did not quite shine the way um, the Indian fans and the management expected him to, which is why
Hmm.
it is very good to see Chakravarti performing the way he is again, because someone who is as talented as him deserves to perform the way he is, deserves to have the kind of numbers that he has had today. He is definitely getting a lot of, he's definitely learning a lot from his spin partner, veteran spinner Sunil Narayan, who's also known for being mysterious. Sunil Narayan has successfully stayed mysterious to batters after all
Hmm.
these years, after a decade. When you talk about mystery spinners, which Varun Chakravarti is, you talk about someone like um, Ajanta Mendes from the past, or
Hmm.
if you go further, someone like Saklin Mustak from the past.
Hmm.
All these spinners faded away a little too quickly, quicker than fans expected them to.
Hmm.
But Sunil Naran is one player, one mystery spinner who has stayed mysterious to batters after all these years, which blows my mind, even to someone like Virat Kohli or Faf to play Glenn Maxwell as well. Even
Hmm.
now, with the amount of respect these batters give him when they play him, it is unbelievable. So I'm pretty sure Varun Chakravarti is learning a lot from someone like Sunil Narayan, and he couldn't have asked for a better spin partner than Varun Chakravarti, given that he's performing the way he is. Of course, KKR fans would really expect that his form continues. Same would be expected out of all the players as well, because consistency has been lacking, which is why they're in the bottom half. But yeah, long may the form continue, just not against RCB. That's all I
वो
would
कहते हैं
say.
ना कि टॉप पर पहुंचना मुश्किल नहीं होता बट उस टॉप पोजीशन को मेंटेन करना मुश्किल होता है बट फॉर वरुण चक्रवर्ती वी कैन से कि शोल्डर्स रब होना कितना इंपॉर्टेंट होता है और जो आईपीएल मौका प्रोवाइड करता है इंडियन टैलेंट को वो आईपीएल प्रोवाइड करता है और उससे काफी फर्क पड़ता है बट आपके दोस्त कौस्तव काफी खुश हो रहे हैं कमेंट सेक्शन पे वो ज्वाइन करना चाहते हैं इस कॉन्वर्सेशन को बिकॉज ही रियली वांट्स टू टॉक अबाउट दिस मैच एंड फॉर द रीजन लाइक ही हैज वेंट टू चिन्नास्वामी टू वॉच द मैच एंड ही इज रियली वेरी हैप्पी बिकॉज उन्होंने चिन्नास्वामी मैच जितवाया भी है सो ही इज रियली वेरी एक्साइटेड बट ये कॉन्वर्सेशन हम करेंगे करेंगे कल ऑफिस में फिलहाल हम लोग चलते हैं इस कॉन्वर्सेशन में फिलहाल के लिए इतना ही कल वापस से जुड़ेंगे बात करेंगे मैचेस के बारे में आप देखते रहिए क्रिक ट्रैकर और इन दी एयर शो